All markets have a key reversal and the Bitcoin keeps going higher. What's up, everybody? This is Bubba's Daily Update, and Bubba here, back from Vegas. And well, what a day! As we talked about last week, the tax plan would be voted on, and of course, they finally got their vote together in the wee hours of Friday night, early Saturday morning, and of course, on Sunday night, the futures were screaming higher, and all markets made new highs, only to turn around and close lower on the day. So again, we'll call this another major key reversal, and one of these is going to hold, and one of these times the markets are going to continue to follow through to the downside. Now, this may not be it, but you know, we have to worry about the seasonality of now, but at the end of the day, this is a very bad technical sign for the overall markets. And this is a very bad sign for many of those retail investors that continue to pour money in on margin, trying to catch the last couple of points of this bull market that's been going on, it seems like forever. We're not calling this the end, but certainly you'd want to be very cautious here. And if we get some follow-through selling tomorrow, you might see these markets start to give way. Now, again, we could just all go away and see it just rally right back up and forget about it. But there's a lot of things that are starting to play into the way that we've discussed them over the last few weeks of what to look for. And this technical pattern is extremely ugly. And if you take a look at oil was lower by about $1. And why is that important? Well, first of all, you had so much manipulation trying to push the price higher, it still couldn't hold up. The NASDAQ got absolutely clobbered once again. So although it looked the strongest, it now is looking to be extremely weak as it continues to push lower. The Russell made a key turnaround and moved a couple of hundred points back and forth, which is huge in the Russell. And of course, we know what happened with the Dow and the S&P. But at the end of the day, okay, these are very big problems that will eventually have a major effect on the overall markets. Now, when you look at the picture, all right, you look at the grain markets. The grains were higher early and fell apart late once again. Cattle was lower again today. Hogs did manage to have a higher close, but nothing looks all that good. But what you can look for is some of this money that will come out of the equity markets, and watch them push that into the alternative space, and a lot of that goes into grains. Bonds were getting clobbered overnight and down over a full point, pushing interest rates higher, and by the end of the day, the bonds were back to nearly unchanged. So we're seeing a lot of these warning signs that are flashing. Be careful, and we're just not paying attention. And this is why this segment in Bubba's Daily Update is so important to all of you, because I'm not telling you to get out. I'm not telling you to sell. I'm telling you to be careful. Understand the underlying weakness in this market. We can listen to every one of these jackasses that come out and tell you how great everything is. And I heard somebody this morning say, well, this market may go on for another 20 years like this. What do we know for absolute fact and certainty? Okay, the markets do go up year over year, all right? But the problem is not the end result. The problem is what happens to you when you get this big sell-off and all of a sudden you don't know what to do, okay? And then you have to make a decision. Again, back testing and looking at things over time, they always work out because you don't have the guts, the emotion, the feeling in the pit of your stomach when all of a sudden your particular portfolio is collapsing. Even though you know it'll come back, it's hard to get that mental going in the right way. So my point is very simple. The markets are due to have a little bit of correction. Those of you who are investing who don't look at it every day, great, you won't have a problem. But those of you who are focused in it, are nervous, or have your last bits of dollars in it, you got to be very careful in here. These markets seem to be extremely challenging right now, and there's been these big up moves, which is usually caused by the last minute short covering, that have now fallen down. And this is what we have to watch. The VIX had a dramatic turnaround. All day it was lower, 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 and then it turned around late in the day. So we're starting to see some volatility come back in the market, which doesn't necessarily mean it's going down, but it's certainly a good hint that the tops are probably in. So we're not going to predict a top of the market. What we are talking about here is to be prepared and be ready for what can happen so that you're not caught off guard or caught by surprise of the overall market action that is certainly a part of the business. We've got a lot of things going on, but the tax plan stinks. All right, it's not good. All right, so we can listen to the president talk about how great the plan is, how great the stock market is doing. I wonder how he's going to react when he has to own the market when it starts to sell down. I always wonder about those things. It's easy to talk about things when they're great and going up. But in the meantime, let's be very cautious here, and let's be ready to play good defense. Remember, in every sport, defense wins. Pitching and defense, goaltending and defense, run the ball and defense, okay, defense in basketball. That's where we want to be. We want to make sure we're defensive. Make sure you get yourself hedged. If you're not, very important to you. And also, very important to me, check out highschoolinvesting.com so that our future generations understand how these markets function. All right, and we're looking for some help. We've got about 300 high schools in which I finance and pay for myself. What I'm looking for is some help, some donations, which if you go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading, you can go check it out, what we're doing. And of course, those of you who do will get a special webinar and also an autographed copy of my book. But in the meantime, go check that out and see if you can give us a hand. And don't forget to get the Bubba Show every single day from 2 to 3 Eastern at libertytalk.fm. And you can also download the Bubba Show there from there as well if you miss it. And in the meantime, it is a football, Monday night football. Where's Dandy Don? Pittsburgh Steelers should run all over and crush the Cincinnati Bengals. We're taking Pittsburgh tonight, keep our streak going, and that's the way I see it. This is Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you back here tomorrow, right after the close. Bubba's Daily Update. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks so much.